Let's go into the process, the mental, emotional, physical difficulty and roller coaster that sales reps go through when they first start doing door-to-door sales. So I've been doing this for 10 years now. This will be summer 10. And I've worked with hundreds of reps and I've seen a pattern of what people will go through. So the first week, it is more mentally and emotionally draining for them than I would say the second week. So you'll see the very first day, that's where people that haven't ever really done anything hard, never really handled rejection, that's when, if they are going to go quit, that's when they go quit because it's like they've never really done anything hard. It's just a slap in the face. They weren't ready. The second week is, well, I guess the second hard part of the first week is the third day. I think that's the hump day. That's the, if they are going to quit the first week, it's usually that third day. And if they quit later on in that week, they've usually already quit. Like walking zombies, they quit mentally and they're just gonna go push through it. And it's just the mental side. It's just that roller coaster of up and down. Maybe you get one or two sales or whatever, or maybe you go get 10 sales. It actually has nothing to do with the results. It just has to do with the inputs and the internal everything that is going on. So you're looking at that and you go into your second week and they could be selling super well, but it's still mentally draining. Like there are people that go out and they get they kill it their first week, but they still want to go quit at the end of the week. Like that is actually a normal thing. Like it's just draining. It's a difficult thing. And difficult is all about perspective. It's all relative to the sales rep and whatever they've gone through in their lives. But you go into the second week, this is where the physical side kind of hits them because you've been walking, it's hot, your feet are exhausted, and you have the ability to go ignore that the first week. But once you get into the second week, then it's a little bit harder to go ignore it because the adrenaline's kind of worn off. You don't have that high of the emotional high. And I think it kind of hits you. It's like as a leader, I usually try to go do more chill activities after the second week. The first week you can go do something fun because they still have a lot of energy. After the second week, that's when you start seeing in their eyes, they're like, oh, I'm dead, like I'm exhausted. And so I usually go try to go do something just fun, something chill. And a lot of people usually they're not quitting as much their second week if they've gone through that part. Um, the third week, I think that this is a harder week, and it's funny what happens with the third and fourth week. Is the third week, this is those that they don't have the patience. They just things come easier to them. And so they're not used to having to work for something. And that disconnect between the expectation of what results they should or they think they should be getting versus their effort, their input, how hard they're actually working. Because this very well could be the hardest they've ever worked in their entire life. Even if they're not working super hard, this could be the hardest that they've ever worked. And so recognize that if you're a rookie and you're starting, like this third week is the week where you're going to become very impatient and you're going to either let that help you mold you so you can become better, or it's going to break you. And if you let it help you become better, then what you'll go do is you'll start figuring out what tweaks you need to go make. Because the thing is, you're still not seeing the results. You don't see the benefit of all the effort that you're putting in. And so you start changing the effort, you start changing the inputs, you start changing those little things so you can slowly start getting more and more results. And you'll get frustrated because you're just like, this person, like, how is he selling more than me? He's lazier or whatever it is. And you start getting this little comparison. Stop it. Stop. A lot of the process, you don't actually see what's happening until you can go do it in hindsight in retrospect. And so 8 weeks in, 9 weeks in, you say, oh, like I was actually progressing. So there's that part. And then once you get into your fourth, fifth week, like that's where things start to level out. That's where things, in my opinion, start to get a little bit, people start catching it. They start understanding what they need to go do to start getting sales. And that's where it starts to become more fun. So let me tell you the two big things that you'll run into that I would say as a whole make it hard for rookies. The first one is you don't feel like yourself, and then the second one is connecting with reps. So the first one, not feeling like yourself, you're going through this process and you're learning all these things and you're saying words that are scripted, and it just doesn't feel like you. And The second one is you don't actually get to go connect with anybody. And so the answer to it, sometimes your answer, if you want to go quit, is yeah, this isn't for me. Like this isn't. I'm not a door-to-door salesman. I don't do this and this and this. And you'll have all these justifications, right? But the truth is, it's hard, right? And the truth is, we don't get the results as fast as we want them to, and we're impatient. And that impatience can be good if you harness it. I'm very impatient for results, but that doesn't mean that I am going to just give up and quit just simply because I'm not getting the results that I want immediately, right? And so the second part is the connecting with customers. Like this is where it becomes fun. The foundational parts, this is the fix for you. The foundational part is learning how to overcome multiple objections after price. The sell doesn't actually start. You don't actually get to go connect with customers until you've already gone through multiple objections after price, until you've gained their respect. And then you get to go connect with them. Then you get to go have fun. And then that part is where it's like, oh, this job is actually cool. This is fun. So those two parts, they start to solve themselves because you become a better salesman. You learn how to go connect with customers. And so the action items for you is one, be patient. But patient doesn't mean that you're just hoping for results and you do nothing. Patient is you can't control the results, but you can go control your inputs. And so go work at it, go learn the skill set. Because once you're doing 5 objections after price, then you get to go learn how to go connect with customers and ask them about their grandkids and things like that. And it becomes fun and you realize that you can go develop a skill set that allows you to go connect with customers and actually do good and influence people for good. Like that is the skill set that we talk about that is beneficial for the rest of your life. But if you don't get over that hump of, yeah, I'm just pushing through objections. I'm not really like I'm not connecting with people. It's not fun. I don't feel like myself. Yeah, most of the time you don't ever feel like yourself until you develop the skill set, right? So until you have that skill set, the how to, then you won't feel like yourself. And that's the same for anything. It's yeah, I'm not really a runner. Like I don't feel like myself. Yeah, it's because you're out of shape, right? But once you start running every single day and you start getting that adrenaline, and it starts feeling good, and you go lose your 30 pounds, and all of that starts feeling good, then you're just like, oh yeah, like I'm a runner. It makes sense. Now I can go do a 5 minute mile instead of the 12-minute mile, right? So that's an extreme example, but it's the same thing. And so my advice, we all fall into the same pattern. As a rookie, the first 5 weeks are hard and there are different levels of hard, right? And my advice is go be patient with it, but go work at it. Because once you hit that point where you start connecting with people, once you hit that point where you can start earning their respect, it feels good and it is fun. And this job becomes more and more rewarding. I promise you it's worth it. It's go decide where you want to go be, who you want to go be, the skill set that you want to go acquire, and be patient and just go be willing to go put in the work to go make it happen.